Monday is back, and so is your dose of Monday Health Booster. And in today's Monday Health Booster, I'm going to discuss one of the most common questions I hear about Ayurveda. In fact, when I go to parties or when I meet people and they ask me what I do, and I say I work with Ayurveda, the first comment what I hear is that, is Ayurveda slow? Is Ayurveda for chronic problems? And I have a smile on my face because there's nothing to defend about this science. This is an absolutely amazing science, but you need to know how to use it. So, what's my answer in these parties? So, I say to them, like, okay, from where does this experience of yours come from? Thinking Ayurveda is slow and is for chronic problems. And they reply back that, they have been diagnosed with some kind of pain or something in their bodies, and they are doing their regular medicine, but because they have heard about some Ayurvedic herb which will be good for it, so they have started taking this herb, and yeah, it helps or doesn't help, they don't know. Or in some case scenario, what people did was they got some chronic diagnostic, and without really proper consulting and setting up a strategic plan on how to really quit the chemical medicines, they just gave up all the medicines which they were eating and started eating natural pills. And then after a while they were so anxious and it was not working, and they had to go back to their regular Western medicine, and they're like, yeah, Ayurveda doesn't work, it's not working good. But these experiences are not coming because Ayurveda is not working. These experiences are coming because a person is not realizing the proper way of how to use Ayurveda in their life, right? So the word Ayur means the science of living. So definitely in Ayurveda, we have guidelines from how you wake up to how you spend your day to how you transit in between seasons, how you understand the various physiologies of your body and support it according to your unique fingerprint, which is your dosha type. But things change when you get a diagnostic, right? The moment you get a diagnostic, your body is sick. And often people are not having one diagnosis, they are having multiple diagnostic. They have 3 4 diseases with which they're suffering, and different systems which have been impacted. So in Western medicine, it is very clear because there's a clear cut structure about, in certain cases you have to go for an operation, or in certain cases you have to take 3 pills or 2 pills. But in Ayurveda, we're not careful about really choosing what we desire and the right person for it, right? So you just go and you read an article or watch something and you start taking a herb and start expecting results. But this is not how a strategic plan is created when you're actually sick. So when you're sick, you definitely need a proper consultation in which it will be seen how you're sick. And first, the sickness has to be resolved with proper herbs. That means like you need a prescription, not just one herb picked up from anywhere, but like proper aligned prescription which will go deeper and help you faster. Within 1 month, you should see results. Now, when I say within 1 month you have to see results, it means not only those pills, because you remember I told you Ayurveda is the science of living. So it is really important to know that the way we think, the way we eat, the way we treat our bodies, the way we perceive the world and perceive the stress, all of this changes along with the herbs. So the effect of the medicine is then fortified, so it just goes faster. But if you're just thinking to take that one golden meal or just that one small thing in Ayurveda and you expect great results, this is not how it works. So it has to be very clear that you need a proper plan to kind of get better and faster results with Ayurveda, and not just read here and there a lot of things. Because the good thing about internet is that you can just read anything anywhere because there's so much information out there. But the bad thing about the internet is that you don't know to choose which one actually you need. And even if you know how to choose the ones you need, you don't know where to start with and how to progress. And that's where you start to feel frustrated, because when you don't get results, this is a fast era, you start to feel frustrated. You're like, okay, I'm not getting results with Ayurveda. So whenever you're entering the science, you have to be very clear about what you want from the science. If you want proper results from the science, then you need to make sure that your plan is properly made to walk you out of the diagnostic you have received, and it's very possible with Ayurveda at a good pace, but you have to take your personal responsibility of doing the things which only you can do. Same goes for anything, like you can learn dance from somebody, but in order to be a good dancer, you have to practice your dancing. So somebody can give you the best health advices, but you have to do those, and thereby you can get a faster results with Ayurveda. So do not try things without actually knowing that they have been tested before or they are defined paths, because this ends up in you having some complication with natural medicine. And the worst thing I see is that natural medicine is being blamed because someone didn't use it properly. So that's why, as humans, we get impatient because we're not getting results, but we are not getting results with natural science because we're not trying it the right way. Ayurveda's fastest tool is panchakarma and proper prescription herbs, which can pull you out of any kind of chronic and acute sickness. But you need to kind of really take responsibility for your own life and the way you live it. So Ayurveda is a fast science, and it needs to be planned in a proper way how you're incorporating Ayurvedic advices into your diagnostic. And it has to be properly verified that this is nothing harmful you're doing to your body by pulling out, your chemical medicines or whatever you're eating. And there's a way to do it, not just do it with impulse. So I hope you enjoyed this Monday Health Booster, and I will see you in the next one telling you more about this beautiful science. Thank you very much and have a good day.